Today we're recreating a classic Hostess cupcake completely dairy-free, egg-free, and nut-free. These cupcakes have a rich chocolate cake, a creamy vanilla filling, and a chocolate ganache topping, and of course, the iconic white swirl. The tricky part isn't the chocolate cake, it's recreating that creamy center and iconic swirl with allergy-friendly ingredients. Let's get started. We'll begin by making a simple dairy-free buttermilk by combining plant milk and vinegar. This helps create a soft, tender cupcake with plenty of moisture. Just set that aside, and next we're going to whisk together the dry ingredients. This recipe has a few different components, but don't let that stop you. Each step is simple, and together they create all the layers that make these cupcakes so recognizable. And if you're enjoying this recipe so far, be sure to save it for later. Now it's time to add the wet ingredients. Once everything is mostly combined, I'm slowly whisking in some hot coffee. Don't worry if you're not a coffee drinker. The coffee doesn't make the cupcakes taste like coffee. It simply enhances the chocolate flavor and helps create a richer cake. If you don't like coffee in your cakes, it's okay to substitute that for some hot water. One of my favorite things about baking from scratch is being able to recreate familiar treats while using ingredients that work for food allergies. That's really what this channel is all about, taking foods that aren't always allergy friendly and figuring out how to make them work for more families. Recipes like this may take a little more effort than grabbing a box from the snack aisle, but the result is a dessert that everyone can enjoy together, and honestly, that's always worth it to me. Once the batter is smooth, it's time to fill the cupcake liners and bake. While the cupcakes are cooling, I'm going to make the filling. Traditional Hostess cupcakes have a fluffy marshmallow-style center, so we're whipping this mixture for several minutes to create a light, airy texture that mimics that classic filling. The extra mixing time here makes a big difference. To make filling the piping bag easier, I like to place it inside of a tall glass first. It's a simple trick that keeps everything much less messy. Next, I'm creating a small pocket in the center of each cupcake. I just found a frosting tip that had some nice little teeth on top, and I just popped the tops out of the cupcakes. Be sure to save those little cake tops. After piping in the filling, they'll go right back on top, so the finished cupcakes have a smooth surface. And once the cupcakes are filled, I like to pop them into the freezer for a few minutes before adding the ganache. This step isn't required, but it helps prevent crumbs from sticking to the chocolate and it gives a cleaner finish. And for the ganache, I'm combining some dairy-free chocolate, some oat milk, and a tablespoon of vegan butter, and I pop that into the microwave for about 20-30 seconds. Let it sit for 2 minutes and then just start whisking until it is smooth. Just add a couple of spoonfuls over the top of the cupcake, smooth the back, and just set that aside for a little bit. And while the ganache sets, I'm going to make the frosting for that signature swirl. Getting the consistency right here is important. If it's too thin, the swirls don't hold their shape. It took a little tweaking, but the extra effort is worth it for that classic look. And if you'd like more allergy-friendly versions of classic desserts, please make sure to subscribe. Using a small round tip, I'm piping the iconic loops across the tops of each cupcake. And that's it. Rich chocolate cake, creamy vanilla filling, smooth chocolate ganache, and the classic white swirl that makes these cupcakes so recognizable. They may be allergy friendly, but they still deliver all the layers that make this snack cake such a favorite. You'll find the full recipe linked below, and if you make them, I'd love to hear what you think. See you next time.